Let's start chapter number 1, opening the call. By the end of this chapter, we will learn why is the call opening important, what are the ideal call opening steps, and examples of each steps. Call opening is the first step in the sales call. It sets the tone for the whole interaction with the customer. A sales expert needs to be very careful and avoid any conduct which makes customer uncomfortable. Call opening procedures comes with 4 sets of rules and sales expert have to follow these sequence to make sure that the opening of the call is more effective. Greet the customer, introduce yourself, build rapport with the customer, and setting the right expectation. We will learn each step one by one. An appropriate greeting is important for a sales call. Hence, it is super important to be focused when making a call. Let's look into a few examples of greeting. You can start with good morning, good evening, hello, or hi. Let's quickly summarize the do's and don'ts for the greeting on call. Use the correct greeting as per the time zone. Keep your voice energetic and do the voice modulation while talking to the customer. And do not sound robotic over the call. Now moving on to the next part of the call opening, how to introduce to customers. Self-introduction is important and it has to be powerful intro. The first impression of you and your organization is made within the first 10 seconds of the conversation. Be conversational. Telesales executive usually stick to the script and follow it blindly. Remember, we might sound robotic and monotonous here, and the customers wants to talk to the humans and not robots. For telephonic conversation, use a script as a guideline that should cover the following information. Let's look at how Maria, the sales executive, does the conversation. Good morning, Mr. Samir. My name is Maria and I'm calling from XYZ company. How are you doing today, sir?
Yes, I am fine.
That's great. Is this a good time to speak with you?
Yes, go ahead.
Learning from this example is you should introduce yourself by mentioning who you are, introduce the company you represent, and check for an appropriate time. Also, during the sales call, we make mistakes by asking or confirming the customer name. For example, am I talking to Mr. X? Certainly, this type of statement creates a vacuum of denial and unknownness. So, it is always good to directly acknowledge the customer by his or her name instead of asking. Now, let's look at how Maria incorporates rapport building with the customer over the call. Good morning, Mr. Samir. My name is Maria and I'm calling from XYZ company. How are you doing today, sir?
Yes, I am fine.
That's great. Is this a good time to speak with you?
Yes, go ahead.
I am from the account opening department of XYZ and I see that you are trying to open an account by yourself online but were unable to complete the process. So may I know the issue you're facing?
Yes, after login I am unable to upload my documents.
Don't worry, sir. I'll surely guide you through. Learning from this example is that Maria was presentable and had built rapport with the customer by doing personalization and also by showing empathy on call. She also sounded more energetic and was not at all sounding robotic over the call. Now, moving on to setting expectations. It is important to set the right expectations with the customer before proceeding to the next steps. Let's look at how Maria sets the right expectation with the customer. Good morning, Mr. Samir. My name is Maria and I'm calling from XYZ company. How are you doing today, sir?
Yes, I am fine.
That's great. Is this a good time to speak with you?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm calling you for an account opening with XYZ and I see that you are unable to complete the process. May I know any issues you're facing?
Yes, I did not have enough time to complete the process.
Mr. Samir, it will only take 10 to 15 minutes to complete the application. I will guide you to complete the process over the call. Do let me know if you are stuck anywhere.
Yes, go ahead.
Learning from the example is, before proceeding further, Maria had set the right expectations with the customer. So we have completed the first chapter of telesales skills. Now ready for an assessment?